everybody? It's the first episode. Welcome to the Sesh. It's where the biggest names in cannabis come to smoke weed with the realest conversations. I'm your host, TreesandBreeze. Today, we got one of the most relevant names in the SoCal industry. Everybody knows him if you go to a trade show, any type of show. Most people know him as the highest host. We got my guy, Adam Mill in the building.
Yeah. Just SoCal? It's all good.
Oh, my bad. Nah, my bad. See, I just told you to give me some.
I'm just fucking with you. You're good.
What's good,
Hey,
though, bro?
is this the first one? What? I'm out here. Appreciate you.
Yo, bro, you was requested, bro. You were requested, bro, by me. Honestly, I was fucking. It's crazy because it's funny that we sit down now because you were like the first person that I seen in the cannabis industry, like just at different shows that was just cool. Like, not say everybody is just cool, but you just being yourself and like not just on some like I'm just smoking everywhere, but it was like with some swag, like, because everybody just smokes everywhere. But I know you just say I get high, but it's a different type of swag to it that I was like, all right, I can
appreciate it. Yeah. I've been doing it for a minute. I started podcasting back in like 2009. Called the podcast, and then put that on hiatus at like around 2014 for some TV shit. But just been hosting a bunch of events and doing weekly things out here.
I was gonna tap more into that. I'm gonna tap into that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap all into that. But
doing all that stuff.
Let's start with you smoking first. I want to see what you're smoking.
What am I smoking?
Because I'm getting high with. What is getting high with smoking?
The best, better than you. What? No, I got, usually you find mostly LA Kush in my bag, some OGs, you find some sours, I like lemons,
Word.
I like exotics, you know what I'm saying?
Word. All right, bro, but...
The LOG, of course, award-winning, LOG.
I want to talk to you about LOG, bro, because I'm not too early though, but LOG is dope because like it's got your fucking face on it.
That's great. I love it.
I seen other brands like it, you know what I mean? But we tap into more of that. Like I just want to get into that a little later.
We about to get into a lot of stuff. I feel it.
Yeah, I want to get into it.
I'm nervous.
For sure. But like, why you not smoking backwards right now, bro? I see you got raws and shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I really was about saying before when I seen you at all the sessions. Like I used to never have the backward on me. I used to be like, damn, bro, I worked all day, I smoked them, and you were the only dude, bro, in a party. I ain't gonna lie, you used to talk shit to me, like, why the fuck you ain't never got a wood? But, but you.
Well, when I smoke something, I always make sure I have it, and I smoke a lot. And like, depending on days, like,
feel the same way.
When I say a lot, like I probably spill more weed than most people smoke. I do events where it's just I'm smoking all day, and that's what we do. So,
but that's good to hear, and it makes a lot of sense. It's good. It makes a lot of sense because like your health is number one, and bro, and I seen you working out every day. I was gonna ask you about that. Like, what's up with that?
It's not every day, but I'll take it.
Nah, bro. Yeah, you in the gym like a good amount of time, bro. A lot of times when I'm sitting in the bed and I'm like, damn, why the fuck I ain't doing nothing? Yo, you out there putting that motivation. I like that.
Active. They have, there's a stereotype about people who smoke weed all day, every day, that look like me, that we're lazy and unmotivated. Yeah. And I've always been trying to break that stereotype. And I'm getting older. My health is being more worrisome with all the shit I eat because I like to get high and eat munchies and shit and not count my calories or care what the fuck I put in my belly because I want to be happy. And what makes me happy is food. Yeah. So I just want to be able to fucking be fit.
That's the truth though. That's the truth though. That's dope. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie because when you get that discipline to able to let go backwards, I know how hard it is, bro. I'm in that stage right now. Like, yo, bro, I fucking paid $13 at a gas station yesterday just because I was stopping. I was getting gas. I'm like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, yo, I was tight, bro. I was so mad that it wasn't even like this is $13, but it was like. What the fuck, bro?
It's a bunch of shit you shouldn't be eating.
Yeah, like, I went to on backwards $13.
Oh, $13?
On a pack, bro.
One pack? See, I said $11 trying to be nice. You spent $13.
No, bro.
You tripping. I would have been like, thanks, but no thanks. They ain't that for you.
No, it's crazy, bro. But nah, shout out to you, though, my G, for getting your health right, going hard. That's what I'm talking about. That's all it's about. Staying positive, keeping the body positive.
Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to smoke tobacco ever again.
Oh, that's what I want. Wait, so we classifying as backward is tobacco smoke and weed?
Well,
I mean, come on.
I mean, I mostly smoke backwoods when I do smoke tobacco. Like, I don't really fuck with Swishers or Optimos or White Owls or Garcia Vegas or Royals or any wraps. Like when I do it,
you know,
like I mean, I've smoked many.
You seen those Garcia wraps? That's like the backwoods.
Yeah. There's the 1882s. There's so many types, but I'm just gonna try to stop tobacco for a minute. But I mean, I'm not saying I'm never gonna smoke tobacco.
I don't really look at it as tobacco, bro.
Huh?
I'm tripping. I don't look at smoking
It's
backwards.
tobacco. It's a tobacco leaf. That's what you're smoking. That right there is a leaf of tobacco. You just slice it and make it a leaf.
Yeah. Nah, bro, I don't really feel like that when I smoke, but I hear you though.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
Yeah, it's just a fact. Yeah, it's a fact. All right, man. So let's go. I want to like touch more into fucking how did this like. All right, before how did this happen? Like, where'd you grow up, man? Like, who's Adam Mill? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm a delicate dude from the valley.
It's cool.
The 818. Say it backwards.
818.
Yeah.
You dig me.
You know, it was just born in the valley, and the valley is a home of like pot and porn. So I was, you know, started smoking weed at like my bar mitzvah age, 13.
13.
And then like at around 15, it was like daily consumption.
Get high.
Get
What you
every
was
day.
getting? What you getting? Nick bags? What you was getting?
No, well, so like I started getting eights and selling 3 grams to my homies that I was smoking
You
with
had to
anyway.
hustle off the rip?
Well, I was Jewish, so I knew how to like.
See, shout out to the Jewish money.
So, like,
I ain't lying.
So 13, I got high, but I wasn't really buying it. I was just getting it from friends and shit. And I would
Right.
like throw in whatever everyone. But like 15, I started like, all right, this is my everyday shit. Like
Word.
cannabis. Like I realized like there's more to cannabis than just getting high. Like, at a
Straight
young
up.
age, I felt like I like educated myself about the plant and learned all the benefits it had before like people understood the medical benefits of it. And then so like I was never shy about my consumption and I got a little eights from family, friends. Took my friends up that I was smoking with anyway. Kept half a gram because it was free. Made a couple bucks, and then the eighths turned into halves, turns into ounces, turns into pounds. And then by the time I'm out of high school, I get a job at like the adult industry because I'm in the valley.
Yo, that's crazy because I thought that was gonna be like a question to ask you. Like I heard you was in the porn industry.
Yeah.
What? So
Yeah.
what? You on X videos? G?
I'm in a couple movies, but there's no penetration. You don't catch any penetration, but you'll catch
my
me
boy,
as-
you was the
as like a
you was the
character.
mailman or what?
So I worked for a company that had they did a lot of feature films. It wasn't just like straight gonzo sex. Like it was like movies with scripts and dialogues, and they needed other actors in there that weren't really stars that don't really fuck. They
And what age? What age was
It
this?
was like right out of high school.
Oh, all right, cool. So that's
So
a
like
dope
18
job.
to like 21. I was 18, 21, 22. I was working for this adult company. Here, I'll shout it out. Wicked Pictures. I was working for Wicked Pictures. Right. I was already smoking weed. I was already hustling a little bit, making money. I had good connections to good weed because I liked weed.
And what is it? Was it like straight from the warehouse in the porn industry straight to social media? But I seen it's like some radio.
So it was so I was working in the warehouse at the adult industry, and they realized I had like a personality and character. So they kind of moved me into offices, and I was in control of like marketing and the 2257. It was like the legal side. It was just some shit to keep me busy while I did the marketing aspect of things.
Yeah.
And in charge of like digital images. So all the pictures they took on set, I would get, and then I would see which ones were the best to put like magazines or covers of DVDs or their websites or interviews. So I would have interactions with these girls, and then they would know I have like the weed hookup.
Word.
So I'd be doing that.
You had it lit then. You was lit.
And at the same time, I was working at a radio station. I was working for.
That's what I heard. I'm like, damn, what the radio station and then like,
Yeah.
what was that about? Like, how did I even transition to get there?
So my brother had a job there, and I would go to some of these like radio. You know how radio stations would have like little promo events, like we're at the fucking parking lot of Burger King, or we're at the fucking your fucking cell phone company store, and they would give out like stickers and do giveaways and shit.
Yeah.
So I got a job right out of high school working for the street team of a radio station, 97.1 FM Talk. It was like CBS Radio. It's like Howard Stern and like Tom Likas and Frosty Audie Frank and Tim Conway Jr. If you're
Damn,
into
that's
radio.
a dope radio to be a
And
part
then
of.
I was also working in the adult industry. So I was like an 18-year-old kid, smoking weed,
Yeah.
hooking people up.
What's that feeling like?
I
What's
had
that feeling like?
personality. People kind of like me. I was always nice to everybody.
Yeah.
I never really like burned bridges. I wasn't an asshole. I just didn't know which way I was going. And then the radio station kind of gave me a promotion, and the adult industry kind of wasn't the avenue I was feeling. So I just fucking dropped the porno industry, said full focus on the radio aspect of things. I wasn't really.
Was it like entertainment or like what
yeah,
exactly?
Yeah, so they made me like the host of like HD Radio. HD Radio was coming out. This from like 2001 to 2009. I was working in radio. I was doing promos. I was like the Raider Nation host. I was like doing the beach houses. I was doing all the like Playboy Mansion events.
Well, so that was a 10-year gig for you. Like you saying?
Yeah,
like,
I was like
eight,
that main street teamer that was at all the events that like, you know, I would be on the radio, I would promote the events and shit.
No, the networking was crazy for you.
And everyone knew me because I always smoked weed. I was never shy about it. And you know, everyone would smoke weed. I would hook everybody up with weed.
And this is at a time that shit is like on the edge, right? Like not
no
everybody
one was really
is
talking about it. Medical weed was kind of cool. People were getting doctor prescriptions. Sometimes we would do events at like a doctor's office because we were kind of on the edge, the advertising. I had a segment on FM called Pot Talk with Tim Conway Jr. and Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio?
So I had this segment called Pot Talk, and we would just do like little segments like, you know, munchies you get when you're high, or bad trips, or, you know, first time experiences. And it would be like on regular radio, and we would take callers. And in about 2009, the format of the talk radio station flipped to a top 40 because there was no competition with like Kiss FM. It was like the top 40 station. There was nothing else. So like, oh fuck it. They didn't understand the profits of talk radio, so they flipped formats. And I was already like this Adam Macadocious pop kid who like was on all the shows talking about weed. And now their demographic went from 18 to 40-year-old males to like 11-year-old females. And they're like, yeah, you know, we're not firing you, but we have no place for you right now, so thank you, but peace. This was like 2009. And like, I'm like, fuck, here I am. This is like MySpace days. Like fucking all this radio clout. Podcasting was just starting. My boy hit me up like, yo, I'm starting this podcast network. Come to my house, do a show. So I started the Adam Macadocious show, which turned into the podcast, which was basically me talking to people about weed. And this was back in 2009. I was, you know, smoking weed.
And where you was doing this
I was working at a dispensary.
You was doing it at the I'm saying where was you doing the podcast at? Where was you shooting it?
So I got it. So once I lost this job at the radio gig, I had nothing to do. I was like applying at stupid jobs. I ran into my boy who owned some dispensaries. I spoke about my situation. I left the country for like a month just to fucking figure out what's up. Came back, got a job at a dispensary, started the podcast, started just hitting people up. Like, you hit me up like, yo, I'm starting a show, you want to come on? So I had a couple friends in the industry that now own a lot of big name brands, and I just always networked and always made friendships and never tried to burn bridges.
That's the biggest
So
thing.
I started the podcast, which led me to meet a lot of amazing people, which got me a job working at the Cali Connection Seed Company, which took me to all the High Times Cups around the world, where I hosted all his booth, where I started with a speaker and a microphone, which turned into a speaker and a stage, which turned into me merging with Vader Extracts and having Vader Village at these events. And then that's when we got like all the booths together and got big stages.
Damn, you like
and did
you was
our
a
own
part
parties,
of that pioneering that shit.
and did our own parties.
Damn.
And then that grew into other people making their own stages, and then, you know, people just building relationships, and just from having my own booth to hosting all of High Times to hosting a couple other major events to having my own weekly event in LA to having my own weed strain, which wins awards at the events, to hosting all sorts of other new events.
LOG.
LOG.
Not all right.
That was kind of like a quick that felt like 3 minutes, but it's probably a lot longer of the little transition from being in radio marketing to.
But that, honestly, that whole shit sounded like a bunch of grind, bro. You was like, you had just shit going. Like, what was that like? So, taking those transitions, like, when did you say to yourself, like, all right, I gotta take, I'm out the warehouse, I'm out the radio pretty much, I'm doing the podcast, but now when did you say, like, all right, I'm taking this serious as a career, and Adam Ill getting high with is I know it was a building thing, but now it was a thing for real, like. So
you have to, like, no one really knew what podcasting was. It was like this show on the internet. So people didn't really understand, like, the impact it had, or what their ROI actually is, a return of investment. So I would have to go into like these dispensaries. But like I knew most of my audience was LA. I had like an LA demographic from being in the radio and working at bud shops and just fucking just doing all these things. So I would go there and be like, look, I got this podcast. I'll shout out your company. I'll give me an eighth of weed. If anyone comes in and says like, what? Or, oh, the podcast, or mentions anything, give them like a 10% off, or let's see what's up, and then we'll see those numbers and you'll see what it's worth. And then I would do little deals. So it'd be like dispensaries would hit me up, and then like little extract companies would hit me up, and then I'd start doing events, and then I would start hosting these events, and then I got picked up by Be Real TV, and I did 3 years on their network, and that made me meet a lot of people, being with Be Real and his network, and then being so deep in the cannabis industry, it was a good platform to bring people together, meet new people, introduce people, and that really helped a lot as well.
Hell yeah.
With getting me to where I am. I always knew I was gonna do something with weed and entertainment.
That's what I was just about to go. That's crazy. So I was just about to say, but did you know, like, it was like what you doing now? Like, did you knew, like, building this persona and this, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's big, bro. Like that what? Like it's big, bro. Like, and I look at it. That's why when I was I was given the option of who I wanted to come talk to this, because I was really interested, bro. It's like, I don't be like playing into the hype. Like I know it's funny, I see you on your gram, like I don't really play into the clout shit. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's funny, but I really don't. And like to see like the brand for you, like you said, to have that little scheme that you say, yo, come in if they say this, give them a discount.
Yeah,
that's dope, bro.
Figure like just how to work with them to understand what impact the show would have, and I understood that like my ROI is a lot bigger than it is, and I just have to prove it, and then I just go from there. But it's been a crazy journey. Yeah, it wasn't overnight.
So like, so going into that, like, so let's say like right now, and I don't know if I know that's not a right now thing. So how did the whole LA Kush, the LOG thing like happen? Like, how did that? So was that like a dispensary same type of pitch, or? Because now the brand is bigger, so it's like, fuck giving 10%.
So, you know, having the whole weekly show and being visible and working with major prestigious companies and brands and working with High Times and having a good Rolodex of people that just want to get high with me and interviewing them on my show. Companies want that exposure. Like if you see it now, it's Instagram and who has the most followers and who gets a lot of likes and whose engagement. Oh, we need to give these influencers this product so they can post this on our. So it was kind of like that, but
it's honestly really
it
true.
was like a weekly show that I had. So companies would hit me up. LA Kush, you know, was starting. They were CHR, one of the best dispensaries, and we started talking together and we worked a deal. I met them. It's been about almost 4 years now that I've been with LA Kush, and I started as just like, you know, promoting their brand, and they started as giving me product to smoke on my show. I started hosting their stages at events, worked with them, and then
makes sense.
We figured out we wanted, I wanted a strain, and I found an OG that I liked, and I said, let's.
So talk about that, like the strain. Like I think I bought it from you one time. I think I just ran into you. I had to grab it. I think it was like somewhere. I can't remember, but let's talk about that.
Green Street. It was at Green Street.
Yeah. It had to be. It had to be something.
I don't sell weed though.
No, not like that. I said bought it because I had to give a decent donation for something that's great, right? That's a fact. But word.
But I just wanted to, you know, it's a step. It's just evolving to, you know, what it is.
No, I'm saying, talk about the strain. Like, how did they, like, you just pick that, was able to just pick out just certain type of Kush, and that's like.
When, you know, you grow weed, when you look for new strains, you pheno hunt. So, you get a mom, you cut her, fucking
all right.
grow them out.
But that's your strain. That's you right there. That's that
my face is on it, yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't grow it.
Shout
out to, let me do a quick shout out to all the growers though. I appreciate all the growers out there. If you got 1 plant or 1,000 plants or 1,000 acres or fucking 1,000 lights, whatever you got, I appreciate all y'all, because without you guys, none of us would be getting high. And I appreciate all you guys and the whole team, the trimmers, the packers, the drivers, the landowners, all the nutrient companies, all the soil, everyone involved with growing. I appreciate y'all. But I don't grow. I've helped a couple companies. I've been in the green, but I have ADD and I can't stay in a closed room for that long.
I feel you.
And I've spent many hours in grows, and I've cut many, and I've changed many trays and threw away a lot of shit. And,
okay, I dig it. But
that's not me.
I don't be dealing with the controversy and the bullshit, but I just don't understand. Sometimes I just don't understand. You know what I mean? Some things I ask myself. You know what I mean? So, all right, what is the stingy thing? I like the stingy OG. Because let me just get this. Because people think I be hating, and I don't be hating.
We going viral right now.
I'm not. Don't be hating. I really don't. I'm from New York. come to California and see all these different brands, right? Like I said earlier, before we even talk about this, you were the first one of the people I seen in what you was doing, seen your brand. Now, I ain't gonna lie, me fishing things about you, I found Stingy OG. I'm like, wait, this ain't him. Like, I really understand, but I understand that somebody else took. So who's first? Like, who took whose brand? Because obviously that was a replication of somebody's brand.
Yeah, I was first. I've had my logo for a bunch of years.
Yeah, all right.
And they know what they did. Stingy's admitted a couple of times. I've played some, games.
Yeah, we're not talking bad about anybody.
No,
I just want to know what's
cool.
good.
They say imitations are serious form of flattery. And,
Word.
But it's cool. I mean, whatever.
I'm not actually mad at it.
I know Stingy's watching my life, and I appreciate that. And I got love for the whole Bay Area and the whole family. Because I see like the little things he be doing. Because I be making fun of shit, and then I see kind of the same jokes being rejected. But it's cool. I love it. It keeps me relevant. As long as they keep saying what if it's positive or negative, as long as they tag me at Get High Everywhere, I'm cool with it.
Word. I just had to address the elephant in the room because I'm like, I really don't. I had to see who got imitated who. But at least like you said, it is a form of flattery and it do happen, G.
It's all right. I mean, it happens in any industry. People copy people.
But nah, that's another thing too. That's another thing. That's the type of shit that's like, all right, put your weed up. Let's smoke.
Yeah,
let's
they don't want to do that.
You know what I mean? And that's just like, cause it ain't about no bullshit. It's
I got some Stingy. I bought it. They would never give it to me. I hooked up them up with LOG many times. I had to go and buy it. And then when I bought it, they said it wasn't the real Stingy, but it's cool.
I have to get him on the podcast now. He gonna talk about it. But
I ain't mad.
All right. Past that, let's get more into what you're doing right now, bro. And not really now. I kind of want to go back
Getting high.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck all get right now. What's I want to see what was your craziest fan moment you had being in this limelight now the brand is built.
Someone getting a tattoo of me.
What?
Yeah, I think that's probably the craziest thing right now.
That's big. That's crazy.
Pops out. Someone got my the highest host logo on the back of their leg. Shout out to my homie. He got that logo. I think that's the craziest.
Damn, bro.
Thing. It's cool.
Nah, that's not. That's
awesome.
That's something dope, bro. For me, that's something dope because it's things in my life that I seen and maybe liked and say, yo, I would want to get tatted, but I don't have any tattoos. It just never happened for me. I just fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. There was another time where these little kids kind of were following me in Target and they kind of knew who I was, but they were probably 15 years old, and I was like, they should have known who I am.
All right.
Which is kind of crazy. Shout out to Target though. I love that spot. Going for to spend $20, you walk out spending $200.
And so,
right? I said it was yeah, fuck that place.
So it's I know right now. So what are the shows that you look forward to doing and shit? As a host, what is one of your favorite shows? Events that you can sit there and say yo, all right, yeah, I like fucking hosting that event. Does that make sense to you or no?
Yeah. What was one of my favorite events to host?
No, yeah. Either past or future.
I always loved.
What's your favorite
I always
event
loved the
to
Secret
host?
Sesh. That was the shit we started with 3 people that turned into 3,000 people. That sometimes we get 15,000 people that show up depending on the size of event we do. Mm-hmm. But that is always great to do. High Times is wonderful because it's the most prestigious brand.
Yeah.
And I think hosting the award show for those have been great.
That's dope.
Been good moments.
All right, let's get into a little bit what you listening to right now. That's what I'm really interested. It's an interesting topic to me, especially because our conversation to the Pico Donuts. But
Hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
What am I listening to?
So listen, what is getting high with? Getting high.
If I'm getting in my car right now, what song?
Yeah, what we playing?
Probably Howard Stern is on right now.
Okay.
As far as probably what you get in right now.
Okay.
If it's 1 o'clock, I'm probably putting on the All Out show with Rude Jude.
Okay.
But as far as music goes.
Yes.
Music?
That's what I was talking about. But.
You asked me what to play. I requested Hall & Oates.
Okay.
I'm down with some Hall & Oates or some Toto, some Tears for Fears, some yacht rock type shit. I'm also down with a lot of people have been telling me that I look like him, but I listen to it. I fuck with Russ a little bit. That's
Russ is
what
cool.
you said, what? Hold on, let me turn
Russ
it
is
to
cool.
Russ.
He said like Russ.
Let me turn it to
right.
Russ real quick.
Right there.
Where's my dad hat?
No, that's funny though.
I was, you know, I also like the fucking, like the Gunna, Migos, fucking Baby, Young Thug, Ignorant, fucking Turn Up. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but it sounds good.
Word.
Shit.
Word. And what music did you grow up listening to? Like, what was like big for you growing up?
Growing up, I listened to everything. It was like top 40, and like my parents would listen to like classical or classic rock.
That's dope.
My mom would listen to some like international hits. So I've been singing some fucking world music. I just like everything, dog. If it sounds good,
All right.
I'm with it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's
It
dope.
depending on my mood, you know. Sometimes I want to hear some fucking slow love shit. Sometimes I want to hear some fucking turn up ratchet shit.
Nah, I'm interested in hearing the music too. You're saying you do music yourself, and I don't.
What? That's exclusive, dog.
Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
I'm fucking
I'm about to say, damn.
Yeah, you
My
know,
bad.
everyone fucks around and goes in the studio. You know, I was born and raised in LA, so it's like fucking everyone is in the studio. So like 10 years ago, I went and I made some songs. They were kind of funny, but I was whack, so I fucking
Did I just touch
retired.
into an exclusive topic, man? It's
No, it's fine. It's cool. Like, some people know I be doing shit. I post a little bit. But like 10 years ago, I went in the studio.
Nah, you know why? Because the way you said it to me is like I was supposed to know. I was like, fuck it. I was like,
I got music video.
Yeah, I was like, that's what you said to me. That's what you said to me. I thought you was dead ass.
No,
Oh,
but
my God.
I made some shit, and you know, 10 years ago, I was like, yeah, it's cool, but I'm whack. So I realized I was whack, and I retired. And then recently, my boy was in the studio, and I dropped off some weed, and he knew I got in the studio a while ago, and he's like, yo, you should get back in the studio.
No, but honestly, why I said that too, man, because I used to make music. That's what I did for 10 years before I came here. I just did make music. It just really didn't work out for me. And then why I was so interested, bro, because now I'm going into a situation where social media and building my personality is like what I'm doing as a career.
I'm about to get a face tat and open a SoundCloud.
Nah, see,
Watch,
that's what the shit I wasn't trying to do. See, that's what I was about to be like. Nah, bro, that shit going in the music industry was like, if you wasn't doing that and acting ignorant, you wasn't, you know, cool.
But yeah, so 10 years ago, my shit was whack, and then I got convinced to get back in the studio and make a couple tracks, and I did a couple, and the bar of music kind of dropped dramatically, and it's not the same. So like, what's garbage now kind of sounds good because it's what everyone else is playing, and my shit kind of sounds good now. So I was like, fuck it, let me do a fucking viral video, get a face tat, and make a hit song.
Don't do that, bro, because saying you get high with it.
What? I'm gonna get my face on my face, G.
Don't do it, G. You got it.
Like a teardrop on my face.
All right. So is you egg gang or is you Kylie gang?
What?
You don't know about the egg?
The egg? Oh, that world famous egg?
Is you egg gang or Kylie gang?
Whatever. I'm just mad. I mean, everyone's mad that that egg is verified. I thought you have to have like
egg gang.
published
Egg got the
shit
clout
and all that, but whoever's running that egg account has got money.
Is you is you Soldier or is you Tiger?
What?
Is you going for King Soldier or Tiger? You don't know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I haven't really looked into all this shit, but I've been seeing all over the social media soldiers going off saying he's like.
Yeah, he's been bugging.
He's the reason everyone is successful.
So pretty much he's saying he has the biggest comeback of 2018 on his live, and they were saying, nah, Tiger had the biggest comeback. And if you see the clips, we'll play the clips. And
yeah,
shit.
I saw a couple
Tiger?
Yeah.
Tiger?
And he started going off on everybody.
Yeah, he's actually.
I don't know, man. Soldier Boy had everyone dancing, doing the Superman, and fucking was like one of the first artists to make it off of YouTube.
No, yeah, honestly, that's what I think he's mad about because he was vlogging. He was like one, like I said.
Tiger was fucking Kylie.
Yeah, he was going ham though, but I just think it's funny, yeah.
Yeah, so who's really winning?
Yeah, that's a fact. All right. That is a good topic though because I think for like people. I don't want to say us, because I'm definitely not there, but people like you, bro, that use Instagram and don't troll. Like people like, and don't have to do that and use their brand at a different light and is consistent, maybe more consistent than people that troll and do other things. Like you.
But people like to see negative shit. And sometimes, you know, when I'm bored, I'll throw some bait and feed the trolls and engage because it's entertaining to see how angry people get over how they read a text because I could say, like, what's up? And you could read it a bunch of different ways. You could read it like, what's up? Or what's up? What's up?
That's a fact.
So it depends what mood you're in when you read my text. And then that's a whole different way. Because I'll write some shit and think I'm really like joking and they'll take my shit serious.
And that's what I think of what people mix up with the internet today. Is like a lot of people take a lot of things serious when, you know, I feel like the internet was supposed to be something where not was a fun and game thing, but yeah, it was a site where it's not like real life. Because to me,
it's not real life.
It's not real life. It's not fun and games either, but it's this place where you can show your life or show parts of your life.
Highlights. People show the highlights.
Yeah.
I think it's so much that people are real sensitive now. Yeah. And they just don't understand things, and they were just always babied.
Yeah, motherfuckers can't just laugh no more, bro. Motherfuckers just can't take it why we gotta be so serious, you know what I mean?
So serious.
Alright, that's cool, bro.
It's because they were just raised with no love and never understood life and always dealt with
but you know what I always say though, bro? You always say, because I deal with people that say that shit, and I always say, like, it's always time to learn different, bro. Like, there's always more shit to learn. There's always time to, like, a big thing in my life that somebody told me was like, yo, if you always want to do something the same way, you'll never, you know what I mean? You got to do something different. You got to change the equation. You know what I'm saying? You'll never
eat mushrooms. Learn life.
So wait, you one of the people that think that we were apes and ate mushrooms and now we're here?
That we're what?
Yo,
what'd you just say?
Yo, I heard Joe Rogan. He said we were apes that ate mushrooms and now we're here. You one of the people that believe some shit?
I don't know about all
you was a flat Earth theory? Was you? I know you one of them. I know you at flat Earth.
I like the flat Earth. I like the flat Earth theory. I think it's funny.
Nah, I don't.
I like to argue that shit. Yeah. I mean, you know, it could be real. No one ever knows. Antarctica could be the border from Earth to everything else because no one's really explored beyond the ice wall. I know y'all watching the Game of Thrones, but that shit got broken. And if you haven't caught up yet, you fucked up. But who knows what's gonna happen when we get technology to go beyond the ice wall. And they'll actually let us. Donald Trump's president, you never know, dog. We might go and travel Antarctica.
Yo, you know about the government being shut down? My girl said that to me earlier today.
Yeah, it's been a couple days.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I was actually driving to work today, and I seen the people protesting on the top of
Those are probably teachers.
Yeah, the teachers, UTLA.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I thought that was because of the government. I'm like, damn, people were protesting for the fucking government?
A lot of shit. The teachers are on strike, and then the government shut down because they about to build a wall.
It's crazy out there. All right, bro, so what are we gonna see from like Adam Hill in the future? Like, I know you about to do blunt talk, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about
on Tuesday.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about what you got coming up, you know? Plug it out. Show me what you got.
I got more weed to smoke than you do.
What's that?
What's that? It's me having weed to smoke and stay higher than you. I got my podcast that I relaunched. It's called The Podcast, OG Podcast. You can catch it on all podcast platforms, Spotify, Dash Radio, iTunes. Just type in Purple Haze Radio or the OG Podcast. Adam Hill, you'll see it. I'm going to relaunch the Getting High With show. It's the TV version of my show where it's more visual than audio. So the podcast is more in-depth and I talk about more real-life shit, and the TV show is more for like ADD quick cuts and people to watch it on the YouTubes. I got shows coming up. I'm hosting a couple events. We just working with the compliance issues that the state is giving us to keep these events going.
Certified.
I got the LOG on your shelves in all your compliant shops. Launching this, request it by name. I need that green box, that LOG by LA Kush. Where is it at? I also got the cartridges of it, also the vape carts. I got let's talk about my YouTube page, Getting High With, my website, gettinghighwith.com. I'm about to do all my shameless plugs right here. I got the social media too, like Get High Everywhere. Yep. For now, I don't know how long it'll last. I've been deleted multiple times. So I got that. And what else do I got?
Got it going on, man.
I don't know, man. I got things happening. Just trying to stay higher than you. And keep the bills paid.
Think you're doing it the right way,
Is that exciting?
You're exciting.
Damn, did I talk a lot?
Yo, bro, I just want to say thank you for coming down to the Sesh, bro, being my first guest.
What?
Dope to have you, my G.
Did we learn a lot?
We learned a lot, bro. I learned a fucking lot, G. Got high with the Getting High. God. So let me close it out, people. It's Trees and Breeze, the Sesh Podcast. Biggest names in cannabis, realest conversations, the Sesh Podcast.
I'm a big name in cannabis? Mm-hmm. Damn, that sounds weird.
Not just SoCal, G. Not just SoCal.
You're silly.